It's your boy Kredo Zetska here, and what I'm doing today is a little bit different. So I just wanted to give you a little heads up on what I'm gonna do. But we're gonna have some PvP matches. I'm just gonna do some PvP matches, and I have some recordings from a little conversation podcast that me and my friend did that we're launching for our podcast channel. And what I'm thinking of planning to do is to have occasionally do videos where I have conversations with people that won't be on my other channel, Spice of Life 242. You can actually go look forward to subscribing and liking that channel, because there's more videos to come on that channel. But this one is just like practice for my podcast, if you understand what I'm saying. But I hope you enjoy the matches. I don't know if I'm going to win them all. Doesn't matter. Just going to have some fun. It's just there to have something fun for you to look at while you listen to the ramblings of two bored kids. Well, they're not kids, but either way.
I ain't fucking with the book, I turn my page off. 100,000 something like it, what the name costs. Being struck without the top, my J gon' hang off. I don't feel like letting nobody over, cut the lane off. I don't wanna see no one perform with the stage. I ain't fucking with the book, I turn my page off. 100,000 something like it, what the name costs. Being struck without the top, my J gon' hang off. I don't feel like letting nobody over, cut the lane off. I don't wanna see no one perform with the stage costs.
Dude, I was kind of bored. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, that's how it be. Like, that's what I'm saying about this. Like, this will allow you to just be like, yo, we could have a stable conversation, or we could just fucking branch out, nigga.
Yes, and so what I did was I poured me a little cup of Oak Heart spiced rum. I don't know what that is, but it's smooth as fuck. It is smooth as fuck.
Yeah, Oak Heart, yeah. That's some shit, a lot of gals, I know, like.
Yeah, but
they like it because they get them drunk fast.
Oh, dude, this is like 35% alcohol.
They're gals.
They're stupid. Like, what? That thing is like this still strong.
Listen, we gonna do pirate radio.
Oh man. Oh, remember? I remember before we had phones that actually could record shit. I used to have the tape recorder, and I used to record the songs off the radio.
Yeah. I had one of them.
And I used to pretend to be a DJ.
No, dog. Here's the thing. My sister bought me one of those tape recorders like you used to have for like class and shit. Like when she used to go to college.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I used that for all of 3 seconds.
Man, that would have been good. Dude, I used to record whole episodes of shows, and then, when I go into bed and I can't, and they don't want me to turn off the TV, I would play. You know how much times I listened to the SpongeBob episode with Squidward eating the first Krabby Patty he had? Dude, and the one with Flat. I listened to that so much, I could friggin' say those episodes word for word, dog. And then the I'm Crazy episode with Hey Arnold. Oh my gosh, dude.
For me, it was learning that you could get Radio Disney when you live. Since I used to live out west when I was like 8 or 9, you could get Radio Disney because I was on the second story, so I used to actually get good antenna. So I'm just like, okay, I used to put it on Radio Disney. I used to wait till some dope shit came on, plug it, use a tape recorder, record all that shit, and then the next day when I went to school, let me listen to some Radio Disney as I catch the bus.
And they would be like, "Bye, how you doing, dog?"
None of your goddamn business. None of your goddamn. You wanna know how long ago it was? That was when the Crazy Frog just came out.
No, that ain't. I said it.
Yeah. No. That's the second one. That's the second one. The first Crazy Frog was.
You know what I was thinking about the dancehall song. Yeah, I was thinking about the dancehall song.
Because the first Crazy Frog was whatever that shit was.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that one.
God damn. That was when Disney Channel was like the shit.
Dude, imagine, like, okay, we 30 now. Imagine when we 60 and we freaking remembering 60 years of our life.
No, here's the thing. Imagine we 60 and just realizing like people just walking around naked now. Like who even gives a fuck?
You know, it's like, man,
Like
back in my day, I wanted to walk around naked.
and now they just got fucking clothes. That don't make sense. Like come on, bro. Like make it harder for the kids. Y'all saying
You
no
know?
Pepe, like cancel Pepe Le Pew, but y'all on this like just vagina out in the air type of shit.
Dude, wow. I don't even know, dog. Are you
We don't even know.
freaking?
Dave Chappelle was talking about this way before, and you know that.
Yeah, that's true. We know this stuff is happening, and it ain't hard to predict the future. It ain't
Exactly.
hard at
And that's the
all.
thing. He said that shit and killing me softly. Like, bro, that was
Dude,
where Dave Chappelle was still skinny and wearing Timberlands before the Chappelle show. Think about that.
yeah, damn. Oh man, comedians are always the more realistic people to see the future.
Yeah. Like, why do you
Because
think the Simpsons keep doing it?
because comedy requires you to pay attention to the little things, to
Yeah.
highlight them, to make them funny. So
All day.
it's like when you're doing that all day, you end up being like a mini psychiatrist where you
Yeah, pretty
analyze
much.
and psychologist when you analyzing behaviors, and it's like, oh, this tends to happen if you do this. This will happen if you do this.
Yep.
This has two outcomes. This may have three, but more than likely, this one outcome will happen.
Yep. But that's what I'm saying. Like, when you look at things like, oh, the whole Me Too movement and this and the next, like, certain dudes are calling this shit out from the
Dude.
jump.
And then it's so. Then I have. That's why I have. And then I realize I'm one of those guys who's be saying things like, "Dude, you know where this is gonna lead?" Even with the whole, um, after the Me Too and the feminist movement, and now we into this transgender acceptance movement thing. And it's
Here's
just
the thing.
like,
But here's the thing about that. Like, there's always gonna be something new. There's always gonna be something like more progressive that people want to keep doing. So it's cheaper you figure out a
yeah.
way to predict the next one.
But even that is like people so resistant to not accept things that in the end it'd be like, ah. Despite everyone be like, "Oh no, you blowing things out of proportion." It will never be like that. I remember just a couple of years ago, we used to saying like, "Hey, you know, putting all this soon they're gonna see all this gay stuff inside of cartoon shows. All these characters are gonna be gay." People like, "No, it's not gonna affect our media. They're keeping to themselves." And then a few years later, we need to be included in all type of media. And now
No, no,
most of the
no. Here's the thing.
shows,
Yeah.
most of the
Most
shows
of what?
have most of the shows have you will always find a gay character. Most of the shows, it's all about a gay character. Most of the shows, the
But
plot is about this person being gay. It ain't even about the plot of the show. It's just like, oh, gay, that's the plot. That is not a
well,
plot.
here's
No
the,
one ever made a no one ever made a plot about being straight. I mean, not in the
well
way
they
how they
have.
do it with like, yeah. Because when
Well,
I think of How I
yeah,
Met Your
not of it.
Mother,
Yeah,
when I think
that's
about How I Met
essentially
Your
that.
Mother,
Yeah.
but it's not like, oh, I'm forcing you to be straight. It's like
No.
being straight was in the plot. His
Okay.
interaction with
Here's my,
women was the plot.
no. Here's my issue. My issue is when you say like when if it comes to a point where it's just like okay, you can have gay characters like that's like it doesn't bother me at all. Sometimes the gay characters
No.
are the more interesting characters. But
Oh yeah,
here's the
definitely.
distinction. Here's the distinction that I think that we are really trying to get at. Is just that okay? When you come into a situation and you automatically start saying like, oh, well, it's better to be gay. No, if you are, it's
That's
fine.
true.
But to say that it's better,
Yeah,
like,
that's
now you just Yeah, you just wag.
that's
You just
subjective.
causing a fucking problem. No, but they're
Yeah,
forcing a problem because they want you to think in
that's
a certain
true.
way where it's like, oh, like hold on now, I've been shit all my life, and now you're telling me, oh, it's better to be gay. Like why? Like
No,
that's the divide that makes people go like, okay, we should step back. We should go like further to the right, which is wholeheartedly my issue because it's just like have
and
equal representation, but at the same time, make sure that niggas them
don't.
understand like, yo, you, I'm
Yeah,
me, everyone's cool.
I won't lie.
Nah,
I don't have a yeah. I don't have a problem with it. I think another thing is like I never really experienced no one saying like, "Hey, it's better to be gay," but it's like
Steven Universe.
the four, the fourth, okay, the fourth inclusion of it to a point where it's
Yeah.
like, okay, you shoving it in my face that you are this. You know, it's not like
Like my old thing is just like
it's not like
it's
I'm
just Steven Universe.
yeah.
Like have you
It's
ever
like
seen Steven Universe?
no, of course I've watched Steven Universe, but it's like
Okay. Alright.
compared to straight people, it's like it's not like a straight person be like, oh yeah, you better like this girl. Like what? You don't like me? You don't like straight people? Like why you don't like straight people? You don't see no people like why you don't like straight people? What's wrong with straight people? Like nothing wrong with straight people. That's how it is. That's how it is. If you say with gay people, it's like oh why you don't like gay people?
Exactly.
It's not that I don't like gay people. It's just I don't like what you how you being as a gay
But
person. You know
like
like
how you wish to be represented. Like it doesn't make sense.
yeah.
Because if you want,
You know, I
because
never
if
was
you want to
watching
be represented as
Dragon Ball
girl,
Z. I never was watching Dragon Ball Z,
I'm
and I was like, man, I wish Goku was a black guy. Why isn't Goku a black
no,
guy? Why he ain't got no
no, I'm
Afro
sorry.
locks?
No, I'm sorry. I was thinking about Dragon Ball. I was thinking about Dragon Ball Z abridged, and I thought you was gonna mention how Yajirobe and fucking
Oh,
and the Quack were in an
dude.
anthropomorphic gay relationship.
But no, but I think about SSJ9, how he does the Afro Goku, and it's like,
Uh-huh.
hey, it's like there's no real problem with that. It's for comedy, but it's like
Yeah.
even if someone, but even if someone did like a gay version of Goku, it wouldn't even hold the same type of funny because they can't even really take themselves as a joke. You know, if
Like
you
I'm
saw
not.
that on picture if you saw the picture with them on Family with the Family Guy thing, but they can't make gay jokes anymore.
Why?
You saw that because I
No,
don't
like
know
I.
they made a tweet and they said they're not allowed to do gay jokes anymore because it's offensive. I'm like, dude, if Christians, the Pope,
Ask South
you
Park.
know,
No. Ask
even
South Park how they did it and keep it moving.
yeah, but
'Cause South
I think
Park
it's
still
because
making
it's
fun of gay
Fox.
people. Of
Yeah,
course.
but the thing
Because
is,
here's the thing. Family Guy hasn't made as much money as South Park yet.
no, because
That's the
they're
only reason.
unapologetically getting everyone, and they don't care.
Exactly.
And you know why? Because they even now they're to the point where they make so much money, and they could just make episodes so fast. Even if Comedy Central say, hey, if this is a bit too offensive, we don't want you on the show. Guess what? Fine, I have enough money to start my own shit.
Yep.
You know, it's like with Family Guy kind of dying in a sense. And they kind of,
Yeah.
I don't watch Family Guy no more. You know, I watch Family Guy in a while. And the
Yeah.
last season I probably watched is like season 11 or something.
I was just about to
And the
say
same
season
season,
11.
like that's the last time
Yeah.
I actually think I watched Family Guy. And it's like I know they have more seasons, but it's like
Yeah.
even at season 11, I was forcing myself to finish watch it because it's like
There's only
y'all kind of
only one
replaying
or
some
two
jokes,
episodes. Yeah, because only one or two episodes would really be original and you'd really care.
right? And it's like
'Cause
and it's because
well,
and then I think their problem is they still tiptoe around certain things, and it's like
uh-huh.
it's almost like okay with South Park when they make the humor, they're not making the humor and then making almost like a fourth wall joke about it. It's like hey, we're gonna make a in South Park we're gonna make a black stereotype and and that's just gonna be there. We're not gonna make a joke about it on a fourth wall level. You're just a part of this, and we're gonna make you act in a stereotypical way, so you laugh about it. Family Guy is more like, oh, it's a black person. I'm gonna make black people jokes, and I'm gonna say something that's so black that it's gonna make some people laugh who's watching the TV instead of you being part of this universe. The joke isn't a part of the universe. The joke is just there because we want to make a black joke. You
Pretty much.
understand?
Well, actually,
So
that's why the
it's
Cleveland
like,
show existed.
and the Cleveland show that didn't even catch any traction with black people.
I don't think it was meant to catch traction with black people, if we're being honest.
Yeah, so it's just like, are you trying to make it catch traction with the white people who are racist, so they can laugh about some racist, like, that's what it is. It's just you're pandering to try to catch this
Yeah.
audience. It's like the racists don't want to watch you trying to be racist because it's not funny.
Okay, but,
They
but
don't.
here's the thing. Yeah, but there's the opposite side of that though. Always remember that, because there's the Star Wars side of it. Because you could
Star
either
Wars
go down the Because hear me out, Because all right,
Okay.
I'm a Star Wars fan originally. What that means is,
Mm-hmm.
regardless of when the movies came out, once I was like 12, 13, 14, like, and I saw those shit, I was just like, yo, I love sci-fi. That got me hooked on sci-fi. Because of that, I started looking at Star Trek, all that other good shit, right? Cool.
Right.
Here's where they fucked up. They fucked up because, number one, they made a series of movies in far different eras. The first set of Star Trek movies came out in the goddamn 70s. Remember that.
Yeah.
The 70s.
Yeah.
So they was
Yeah.
telling like a traditional story. They was having like some action scenes, so on and so forth. Those movies are considered classics. The next set of movies, when them son bitches came out in the 2000s,
And like the
motherfucker.
2000s, and with
Exactly.
so you have like the prequels looking better than the later
Exactly.
episodes.
Exactly. And it's all like, hold on, did the universe just fuck up? Like, how is? Anyway, let's get past that. Let's get past that. Okay,
You know what
what
they
are they
should
doing
do?
in these? Well,
Well, you know what they should have done, or what Disney
well,
might actually do, because Disney is Disney. They might actually remake the fourth, fifth, and sixth episode.
okay. Here's my still equal dilemma. After the ones in the 2000s, where they clearly had some racist shit going on, because Jar Jar Binks seems like the fucking the niggerest nigger to ever exist. Like, put the pink lips on him
Yeah.
and call him mammy. So, all right, that's cool. That's cool. Slide that under the rug. Let that shit go. Okay, Darth Vader did not look that much like a bitch. Just saying. Because whoever that
Yeah.
Hayden, whatever his face is, no, I cannot agree with any of that. But we let that go.
Yeah.
We let that go. Basil, if you have
I know
seen
it.
these news stuff, they are the worst.
And then when I
Because
think
they are
about
just
it,
so.
Darth Vader was a black person. Darth Vader was a black
Yes,
person.
James Earl Jones. James Earl Jones. He was
Like, now that I think about it,
He was Eddie Murphy's dad in Coming to America. That's Darth Vader.
but now that but when I think about it, it's like, wow, if that was made in like the late 2010s, people would have been upset that they made Darth Vader a white person.
But his voice is black.
And it's like, shit, I didn't even think of that. It's like all the
No,
time
no.
we looking at it, it's like this guy's supposed to be Darth Vader. But if you never really did watch the original Star Wars, you wouldn't even be thinking this is supposed to be Darth Vader, who was actually black.
Yeah. But see, here's the thing.
You know, it's
That's
just
not
like,
the worst. But see, that's not the worst part of it. See, the worst part of it is this. Like, when we're now in this age, we're now past the 2010s. That's when these latest Star Wars movies came out. Basil, if you ever wanted to know what it's like to suck being a black man, you should live in the Star Wars goddamn universe. because the only black representation in the galaxy who is the most gangster brother I have ever seen on screen, John Boyega, who plays Finn, who is not a Jedi, who has no fucking force powers, who is probably has the best sort of character backstory. He used to be a stormtrooper that they conscripted since he was a child. He literally was a fucking slave for the goddamn Empire.
Wait, wasn't Stormtroopers all clones?
Not anymore, bro, because they couldn't keep them clone factories open.
Okay.
You gotta have that.
I haven't watched
that war. No, but you gotta have that war-winning money to keep them going. Of course not. Of course not. As you shouldn't. As you shouldn't. But there's only one. There's only one that you should see. Only one that's good.
Honestly, I only really. I remember watching the 2000, some of the 2000s ones, but I wasn't really that interested. Yeah. But the 2001 had some good sword fights in it. I won't like, but I like the original one still.
But Basil, let me give you a suggestion. There's only one new Star Wars movie you should watch. Only one, and it's Rogue One, a Star Wars story, because it's not directly related to the original per se. Up until Darth Vader shows up and murders everyone. Like legit murder.
You think Lucas sold like his other Star Wars scripts? Like
his soul? No. Yes, he did sell that.
Like, cause I'm like, I don't know. Disney ain't what it used to be.
No, cause here's the thing. Like, you know who's in charge of their Star Wars program? A SJW feminist named Kathleen Kennedy.
Oh, well. Okay.
Yes.
Kind of made me sad. That kind of made me sad.
Yeah. She also took over, I believe it was her team that took over, like, they brought Star Trek back, right?
I never really got into Star Trek. Oh, you know what else died when a woman, like, became in charge of it? Exactly when, like, Cartoon Network.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
So that was post Power
CEO
Chicken.
of Cartoon Network. Yeah, after they got a female CEO, and literally, that's when we started seeing the real life shit, the real life shows. That's when we started getting those type of things inside Cartoon Network. Cause I watched a video about the history of Cartoon Network, and I was like, oh my god, how do you guys ruin everything entertaining? And I still stand by this notion. I don't care. Because no one could actually prove it to me. It's very rare. It's very rare. You could probably count on your hand how many women in the world that are actually funny. Without using someone else's joke, without making a joke about their vagina, or making a joke about sex. There is very little women in the world that are genuinely funny. On a whole level.
I'm gonna be honest, female comedians don't even really make me laugh.
I don't watch them.
No, I do. Because I'm the type of guy, like, I'll give anyone a chance. But it's just like,
but...
Yeah.
You know who the worst offenders? You know who the worst offenders are? Like, black female comedians.
Yeah, I don't think Tiffany Haddish is funny.
I don't think any of them was funny because all of them make the same jokes.
No. I'm not gonna lie. There is one. I only say this one that I can say gave me some good laughs always, and it's this. Oh. And of course, it's a large black woman named Miss Pat.
Miss Pat.
Yeah, because Miss Pat is an actual, like, drug dealer. Like, when she was younger, like, she has arrests. Like, so she has lived a life.
I'll check her out. But right here, one joke. No, I'll give it a slide because you're allowed to make some sex jokes. If I hear at least 3 jokes, when she hit 3, I'm done. But if she could make jokes
Yeah.
about other things outside of
No, she
something
she
about
makes jokes
men
about
or something
she
about
makes
sex,
jokes about her lesbian daughter, and now she don't know why she
mm.
don't like dick.
See that just that made me laugh.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
Like she is her own
okay,
person.
okay, okay.
Yeah,
Still,
and see those
still,
little
the main
yeah,
point, like,
still yeah.
yeah, it, it's still how much you can count on your hand.
Yeah.
But it's just like, there's just not enough. And I realize it's because they are the ones to get most offended,
Pretty much.
especially if it's a joke about them. You know, guys will take a joke about them and laugh about it. Even like, even if it hurt their feelings, they might give a little. Only if it like extremely hurt them, they may get a little bit. But if it's funny, it's funny.
Yeah.
You can't like
But
men
if,
don't deny what is funny.
but here's the thing. Okay, you have a good point because there's this all deaf digital. Like they have this like
Hmm.
the gals like on that show to me never been funny. Never been funny. And but when things are actually aimed towards them that are fucking hilarious, they get mad. And it's just like, but how do you counter that? You gotta counter it by being funny though. Because that's the point.
Yeah,
Like
right.
you can't just like sit up there and just be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna just tell my jokes and no one's supposed to crack on me. No, it's a show about roasting people. And if you ain't funny, then don't
Yeah,
go on the show.
yeah. Because if you look at like most male comedians, especially if it's a fat guy or something, you know they just get heckled.
Oh,
They
oh
start,
my god.
dude. I went to a comedy show right
Oh
here.
god. No,
When they had
Basil,
Laugh
hold on. Like
Fest.
Basil, I gotta pause for like 1 second just so I can tell you this joke. This nigga walked
Okay.
up to this big fat dude and was just like, yo, at Halloween, Barney dress up as David Lucas. That's the nigga name. And I'm just like, oh damn. Like like you ever just have to look at a nigga and just be like, wait, just go home, dog. Just go home.
just walk.
I wouldn't take
Just
this.
walk away. Just
What the
walk
fuck?
away.
Wait.
Like your comeback for that have to be so hard. You have to make like the mic have to drop from the celestial heavens for how powerful your
Bro.
comeback have to be, dog.
No. And then the
Like,
nigga kept wait, the dude kept piling on. He was just like, wait, you ever heard of Cam Newton? He's Ham Newton. And I'm like, motherfucker. And he just kept going in and in and in. And I'm just like, wait, this nigga cannot recover. My favorite
tell
one
me
from
what
him
did
had to be no, but it had to be where you just like when you enter Taco Bell, they make an announcement on on the PA system. David Lucas is here. I'm like, so so when he arrives at buffets, they just roll out a little carpet. And I'm like, wait, this nigga got fatter by the second way.
God damn.
It was, but it hurt me, and I'm not even that big no more.
Yeah, like it gets to a point where it's just like, oh man, it was funny and now it's getting painful to watch this nigga just simmer on this frying pan with the bacon that he likes to eat so much.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna send that episode in the group. Because, bro, I'm not gonna lie, like I have never laughed that hard in my goddamn life. Like not too many things can they be
Dude,
like visibly kick my shit over.
dude, we in the same boat, dog. It'll be like, people ain't as funny as they used to be. Like, you know, when you look, like if I look into TikTok and shit, I just be like, I see some stuff that make me laugh internally, but it don't be
But
like a
never
bunch
like
of
a
stuff
out
that make me
loud.
laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I miss? What I used to have when I was young? Them laugh, but it make you laugh so much where you just dying on the floor and you can't breathe, right? And you have to get resuscitation and you have to call the ambulance for CPR and shit.
You know what that used to be for me? Like this waiting on Dave Chappelle specials.
Yes. Oh
They
man,
don't
comedy like
because realize they don't do comedy specials no more like Dave Chappelle does them. Like all these Kevin Hart ain't not funny. Let's be honest. Kevin Hart ain't not funny.
Nah, he played out. He's the female Tiffany Haddish.
You said he's the female Tiffany Haddish.
If you realize they do a lot of movies together.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Like
Well, I
they
think
play
Kevin
off each
Hart
other
was
so
trying to
well.
fuck her. I think he was trying to fuck her one time. That's how she like stayed around.
Ah, everyone tried to hit that. Like she ain't got no body, dog. You know? It's
She,
like
she, she, oh,
fine.
wait, she has a body?
Oh, I think so. She usually wearing dresses, huh?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I really want to debate that because I'm just like I don't think she does.
I
I
feel
think she
like she
got a
has a
solid.
body to it.
I think she has a solid face.
Like
Like
there's a
like the face
there's
that
a faint memory in my mind that I saw her from the waist down, and I was like, Tiffany Haddish have a body. I feel like that's the only way I can say that.
all right.
like,
I mean, you
like
can
I
say it
may
because
have to,
I haven't seen them. I have.
I may have to look because it's kind of weird, but like a lot of her movies you could actually kind of watch on YouTube. Even some of Kevin Hart's movies,
Yeah,
like a
'cause
lot
they're
of these
not good.
actors' movies. Yeah, because they trying to make money, dude, and Hollywood pretty
Yeah.
much is shit right now. You know, one making like big Hollywood movies as much, so they have to get in where they fit in. So like you
I
watching
guess.
semi high quality movies on YouTube, and it's kind of weird for me now, you know, because I'm like, this is a full length, like high production, high quality movie. All ain't good, but some actually really good, and I'm just like,
But
why? I'm just
but
like,
I saw
why?
Avengers.
But I'm happy
You,
for
you
it.
know you could watch Avengers Endgame like on YouTube,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like
Sometimes you have to
all
find
the
them. You can't type it directly in, but you find it.
yeah. So it's just
I
like
was like,
there's so much shit that you could actually like get up to.
yeah, I would actually do like movie reviews, and then with and the thing is about it, right? Like, cause sometimes they have the movie where they have like the clips, and they have like they cut out like a second of every like 10 seconds or
Oh
something,
yeah.
and it's been like, but then you have the set when it's
Oh
just be
shoot.
like it's the full movie. I just I ain't even play no game today. I was like,
So
normally
you think it's
I
me?
turn, dude. Normally I turn on my game. I do all my login stuff for my games, and I'll cut them off if I need to, or play whatever when I feel like playing. Dude, I didn't
Yeah.
even bother. I was about to go
Me
play a
either.
game, and I was like, you know what? Let me go chat. Let me go chat. Talk to some people.
Yep. That's how
And
it goes.
like, I'm like, man, because
Yeah.
it don't even make sense even trying to. I don't know. I just got to get these things flowing.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know,
'Cause right
I
now,
even been writing down topics for
no.
podcasts on my
Yeah.
page. I want to do some on massage. I want to do one on the history of gaming and how gaming changed.
Yeah. Well,
And I don't know.
you should probably check out GV99 because he does like
GB.
a doc. Yeah, he's on YouTube. He does a documentary series on like everything to do with the history, like any type of history of gaming, esports, from fighting
Dude,
games to shooters. Because you know the famous
dude, I'm.
no, because you know the famous clip
Yeah.
of where Ken is blocking Chung Li, like Chung Li's ultimate. What do they call it? Evo
Yeah,
Clip
that's
37.
Daigo.
Yeah,
That's
Daigo.
Daigo. Daigo in the turn.
Like and who it is, James Tran or whatever, whoever the kid was that Daigo was up
Yeah.
against. They got him.
Mm.
They got him. They got like two other like big up like fighting game like streamers, and they just like broke the clip
Hmm.
down and explained like why this clip was so impressive and why this meant so much to the fighting game community. Like, yo, it's a great doc.
Dude, I. We are the history of gaming. I am specifically a part of the history of gaming because I lived gaming
Yeah.
for about my whole life. So
Yep.
even when I saw that clip, like how I am part of the fighting game community is like something that I see. I understood that from the moment I saw that, and I had to explain to someone like, okay, this guy just literally, the guy who was fighting Ken Daigo, all he had to do,
Yeah.
he was thinking in his head, he could kill him with chip damage. Once you do your special, that automatic, you can't block it. You know, if he was fighting any
Or
other character,
if it was a different game, because that's the only game, but they still have that parry system, right?
no, most
Because
Street Fighter games usually Ryu can parry inside Street Fighter Five. Ryu parrying is still in games, so you still have characters that can do that. You know, even in Dragon Ball Fighters, you have UI Goku who can parry like a bunch of moves. So it's more like if he'd get hit with that, any other character to get hit, it would have been a win. But I think because he was so excited, and he's like, "Oh, this victory is mine. This dude can't block my whole special. This dude ain't the top. Like this dude ain't have no stripes to beat me. He gonna do that when that parry come out. You know, the first couple will be like, oh yeah, this play is a fluke. He can't really do that. When he do the whole thing, plus this dude jump and block
he
and
jumped
do it in the air.
Yeah. Because
I
that
was
last
like-
kick is a high kick, right?
Yeah, he jump, block it, and then this dude counter it with his own freaking special. I was like, you can't get more hype. You can't beat that type of hype when you have no life left. And I can tell you from in fighting experience, the person who have the lowest life is usually be the most focused.
Yeah.
That's almost like you in critical. That's like you in critical zone. The person who have the most life, thinking it's a sure win, you will see them making the most moves and most like uncalculated attacks because they know they have enough life to survive anything to come their way. You know, so they'll make some reckless moves. They say, "Oh, I only got to get one hit. I only got to get one hit. I'm gonna make all these." If this dude to catch him with a jab, he would have win.
Yep.
He didn't even have to be flashy with it. Even when I fighting online, I be in some fights and I'm like, oh shit, I have a lot of life. This guy has a little bit of life, but if I hit him with a jab, I win. You know what? I'm gonna hit you with a jab. Even though I wanted to finish you with a fancy special, I'm gonna hit you with a jab.
Yeah.
The fights where I trying to kill someone in a fancy special way is be the ones where I end up getting killed.
No, because I think like the only people that like really like do something like that are like dudes like Sonic Fox and people like that who just have a flash, you know?
Sonic Fox, I feel like he'll only do that like if he know like okay, he's so into the mechanics of fighting games and fighting in general with mechanics. He just could see he's like he could just see the openings. It's almost like he developed an ultra instinct, like, I know what you're gonna do next. And I realized the more you play, the more you see what can happen. Like I have this friend. He's not that good at fighting games, but he thinks he's the best. And like a lot of times it's be like, dude, you are very predictable. Like I know when you're gonna do ultimate. I know when you're gonna dash to me. I know when you're gonna try to do this move. I know like and one thing he didn't know, like we had a fight and I was conditioning him in a fight. I just started like spamming Kamehameha, right? In fighters. And he just be like, you know, two of us was using Gogeta. So I just started spamming Kamehameha. And how I know he didn't know he could do that, he started doing it after me. So I stopped doing it. I was like, watch this dude, keep doing it. So I let him hit me like the first time. So he just started doing it over and over, but he didn't know you could control the direction. So he doing them weirdly. I was like, watch this dude just open up himself. So I just wait till he did it, dash into him, and friggin' beat him. I was like, he kept trying to do it. It's like, I know how to get past it. That's why I can do it. You know, I wouldn't be doing it if I didn't know how you could break through it. Because you're trying to copy me, you lose. Instead of actually trying to find your own style or trying to control the fight. You're trying to match me. You know, you can't match me if you don't even know what I'm doing. I tell people like fighting is a whole, but you know this from MMA. You know, fighting is just fighting is mental at first.
Yeah,
You get if you winning in your mind and you seeing if you seeing the moves beforehand, you can try and make the moves. You know, it's chess.
that's true. 100% true.
I tell them they
Because like,
don't. I tell them they. Do-
uh,
Hmm?
no, because I was only gonna
What
say
you
like
say?
the thing that people don't realize is just that. All right, at any given thing you can be good at it, but at any given thing, like it's just like there's any number of ways to win in many of these games. That's why I
Yeah.
show people like depending like I want to do like a personality thing where just like depending on the type of games you most enjoy, because we all go down a spectrum. Like I know I'm a
Oh,
mobile
definitely.
player, but I'm more or less. But I like auto chess. I like sitting down and like having a good mental
Thinking
battle, figuring out. Like, yeah, that's just me. If I
yeah,
if I want
chess.
a faster pace chess, I go MOBAs because they're a little. They're you actually got to control a character. You actually got to fight. You actually got to go up against an
Right.
actual person. So it's like it's two different spectrums to everything. So I always tell people like, yo, like there is no niche that you need to fall into. You just need to like figure out what it is you can keep doing. That's all it is.
Yeah, you won't lie though. But but you actually can do that. You actually can like you can do that right
I'm
now.
not
Actually, if you put it, because okay, look at it like this. Look at the guys that like to play sports games predominantly. They
yeah,
tend to be the same type of niggas. They tend to be the same type of niggas. You know,
yeah,
like it ain't everyone playing sports games. There's a specific set of niggas that just love to watch sports, like play sports games. And then guys who play, I didn't feel like guys that play chess. It's like a specific type of person, like mentally. Um, fighting game people. Fighting game people. They split into two categories. The casual fighters. They're usually the type that have a big ego but no skills, and they're the type of people that feel like they know everything, but they
you
actually
ever had
really don't. They only know the surface.
you
As
ever had a
in
low
a
tier boss?
competitive, of course,
Okay, just checking,
of
just
course.
checking.
Yeah, and then you have high level competitive people, people who know they may have some skill, but know how their
Yeah,
skill is relatively. It's almost like you trying to. It's almost like when you're like a Dragon Ball Z fighter and you could read power levels.
all
When
right.
you get competitive and you watch someone fight, you get on a bit level where it's like, oh man, I can see that guy level power level is 1,000. This guy is only at level 50. You know, and it's like
Like
just by the moves they make, you can tell the level of skill. And I try to tell people like, hey, watch competitive play, and you will see the difference. And then sometimes it may look dead simple, but the person that actually know what they seeing, they be like, damn, but you see what the nigga do? Just like how when you have Dragon Ball fights, I like using that as a reference. And the guys be like, oh man, this fight is so amazing, but I don't know what's happening. They're moving too fast for my eyes. That's that's a
that's the thing.
casual looking
But
at a competitive fighter.
but see, here's the thing. It's the same thing. It's the same thing when you're looking at like League of Legends or like MOBAs or shit like that. Because if you don't know
Yeah,
what the fuck you supposed to be looking at, like it's gotta look like gobbledygook. That's all it's gonna
yeah.
be.
I'm a casual. I'm a casual at MOBAs. I can look at that and I can be like, you may see a solid play, but it's like sometimes I can see like if I see someone kill a whole tree crew by themselves, I'm like, damn son, that dude is
Yeah.
bossing. Like like he just perfectly manages skills and killed three people, and they just trying to kill him. They just so focused on killing him, they ain't even realize their partner's dying. And
Yep.
it's
No,
like,
but see, that's what
dude.
I'm.
I mean,
But it's all in the thinking of the game though, and that's the fun of it for us.
yeah, that's true. Like, oh man, oh man. I love competitive gaming though. I won't lie.
Yeah. it gets you hype.
Oh, so
Like
hype,
this is
man.
what,
Like, dude.
but see, this is why like when I was showing Ashley and like the rest of them, like yo, we want like the only reason like we wanted to like get into this like whole League of Legends thing is just for the simple sake of like yo, there will be so much like new players coming in. We're sort of like yo, it's a better business opportunity. You know what I mean?
Right, right,
Because like I always have the understanding that I wouldn't become like I wouldn't no one's really gonna try to be like a pro player because like that's for like you know niggas who like legit mechanically gifted. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah. There's be a
But it's more
different
or less like
level.
yeah, trust. I have seen the level that they are at, and it's just like yo, I'm close, but oof, I'd have to break some fingers.
You have to give up. You have to give a part of your life to be the level they're at, and that's how I am with. I'm at that point where like on the tier, a casual player would be like Hercule. Like
Yeah,
he can fight a little, but he can't see the real players what they doing. Everything is just like, oh, this is lights and mirrors and shit. And then
okay,
you have like the
you know what?
semi, you have the semi.
No. Let's not insult Pan because
No,
I
no,
think you
no,
wanted to.
no. There's no. I didn't mention Pan. We're going. We're doing the tiers. We're doing the tiers. The casual, the Hercule. The next tier would be like The next tier would be like a Krillin and Tien. They like, yeah, they good fighters. Actually, the next tier would be like Yamcha, and then after that is like in the middle ground, Krillin and Tien. Like they strong, they'd hold their own against a casual player, but they can't hold
Yeah,
their own against someone like Goku. Goku those. They like on a whole. They like. I can see them kind of. I can see what they can do, and
yeah,
but it's like I can't see it. And then you have like the Gohans that they could be up there. They have the
yeah.
potential, but they don't. I'm like Gohan tier when it comes to fighting games, where I can fight up there. I can see what they're doing. I can keep up. I can understand what they're doing, but I don't want to put in the work because I want to study some other shit and I want to like have some babies and shit. So like
Yeah.
so it's
Okay.
like I could hold my own. I could be up there, but since I want to fuck around, I'm just gonna like just fight for fun, and that's kind
Okay.
of how it is. And
Okay.
then you have the niggas like Daigo and those who's like Goku and Beerus who have nothing to say. They never
Yeah.
fight.
Okay.
You know, they can
My
see
whole thing over
everything
there.
and understand everything everyone lower doing.
I mean, okay, I get that, but my whole thing over there is like, take like, all right. If you was to break it down like this, like you want to, even if you say you wanted to get into something competitive, it's sort of like, all right. Here's the thing: games are gonna change. Things are gonna get better. You know, this and the next. Our issue I think, our issue is that if we lived in the fucking states where we could get a 13 millisecond ping, nine one, like nigga,
Yeah.
I'm talking about that bar is always green. We would be better, but
Oh,
we don't have that.
oh, of course. I think that's why we have to rely on like local play.
No, this is why we have to rely on. Listen, if you're trying to go up internationally, guess what? Even with my shitty ping, I might still whoop your ass.
And that's the thing about it, like, because even if our ping is bad, it's not so bad that we can play and they don't have the experience like the like. You
Exactly.
know, they can still
And if it
experience.
is,
It's not so
ev-
bad that they that
but
they
even
can't experience
if
like
you
normal play.
experience lag, you could still beat their ass. So that essentially
Oh,
means you are still better.
yeah, especially if you're relying on the lag for it. That's like I love matches where it's no lag though. I ain't gonna lie, because for me,
Oh yeah.
ah, dude, I hate that has hurt me so much. I just be like, I remember I had a fight because right now I using Plus with my PS4, so I can actually play online, and I'm fighting some
Yeah.
people, and I'm just like, man, a lot of times I can't I can't do what I want to do because I'm lagging. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
I trying to react to this thing that they're gonna do because I see it coming already, and because I'm lagging, even though I pushed the button, it still ain't gonna happen when I want it to. I was like, damn it! I thought I blocked. I thought I teleported. I thought I like did something. It's like, nope, nigga, you gotta hold that button
Yep.
until it responds.
Yep.
What I may do, I may look through it and take out certain sections to put in
Yeah.
different groups because we talked about several different things.
Oh hell yeah.
So it would be better for me to like split them up and put it in where it fit in.
As you said.
Never
Yeah,
squeeze too hard in the tight holes.
no, that could be quite painful.
Hell yeah.
Quite painful. That's an experience. I don't want to. I don't. Dude, you ever get stuck like a dog, bro?
Yeah. Once.
Yeah, it only need to happen once. Because after it happened that one time, it's like I don't want it to happen again. It's just scary.
Exactly, because everything after that on you.
Like, fuck. Am I gonna rip this hole open to run to safety, or I'm gonna be nice?
Then they gonna look at you like, what you doing? Why you doing it like that? It's only in.
Miss.
I mean, like,
If you only know, I ain't trying to be stuck in here longer than I need to be.
Boy. That's the
My
dog.
arms are tired from holding myself up. I don't know.
Why do they not realize that? Like, yo, we get tired though.
And you know what's so crazy about it? You know how much times like I'd be like, flip, like you want me to just wait here in this push-up position? Can you do this straight arm plank for a whole 5 minutes?
nope, none of them.
You want me to do this, but you want me to do this after all the work I just put in.
Yep.
You don't care about my feeling. Oh, no. It's like, okay, so I can't move because I'm in pain. That's how we're going to do it. Okay, I understand.
Yeah.
You know what? You know what? Yoink!
No, but my whole thing is just like, wait, when there's all the sex and all you like the sex, just like, bitch, how much effort you putting in to be asking that?
You know, it was like, was it in? You know what? I had someone ask me that, like, years ago. I was like, she's like after it happened and stuff and all that, she's like, because that was the first time, she's like, so, I guess because she see I wasn't like, oh my god, that was so amazing. She's like, oh, how was it? I was like, yeah, it was great. It was good. You know, it was fine. You know, I liked it. You know, I enjoyed it. It's like, I don't know what you want me to say. You know, like I ain't used to pussy. You know, it ain't like I ain't used to pussy. You know,
I don't know if
you don't have
I don't
to.
know if your skull is causing me to sneeze because I haven't sneezed this much in a minute, but it's just like I'm allergic to bullshit. So she's gonna have to leave on that.
You know, it's like I don't know how special you think you are after 3 kids. You know, it's just like
Hold on.
it you know, you feel great, but it's just like I ain't gonna trip like the nigga who trip over you, because that was
No,
probably
because he can't get pussy. That's why.
and not even us. It's like we have these guys who might get sex once in a while, and they get hooked on a girl, and then they set in their brain that they make these girls think their sex game is so great, and I'm just like, you realize most of the time you just lay there, right, or just get on your knees, right?
Yep.
You know,
That's all they do.
even if you throwing it back at me, you know, most of the time.
Number one, no, Basil. Even if they throwing it back at you, you gotta explain something to them. Don't stop. You don't stop. But it's feeling. I don't give a fuck. I was doing it for you.
You know, it was feeling good for me,
Shit.
and I still going. And it's just like, and then, you know, I've been seeing these TikToks lately when these girls be like, oh, they want to date you until they realize you want sex 24/7, or you want to ride on top all the time. It's like, bitch. First of all,
You lying to yourself.
exactly, because you ain't no nympho. You know, if you was a nympho, you wouldn't be wasting your time bragging about it. You would be out fucking. You
Yep.
know, it's just like you don't like riding that much. You get tired. You may like to ride for like 5 minutes out of the 30 that we're having sex. But don't be claiming that you like that shit. Unless you could ride for a whole session and you good.
Yeah.
Come on, come on. I
And
have
and
yet I
another,
have yet.
but here's the thing.
Let me
Another
see.
thing too on that, because one thing I think women don't seem to understand is a very simple concept. It's just that most things that women do stem from privilege, but then they like to claim that
That's
they aren't equal or have any like, the same rights as men. Here's the thing: when you can, and I've been hearing this argument a lot. When a gal can tell a nigga, "Oh, I don't date you. I can't date you because you're too short and you're still taller than that bitch," I am
mhm.
so sorry. I am so sorry. You should be prepared for all the consequences of everything that you just fucking said. Because just number
you
number one, number one, ain't nothing I could do about my height because that's just something that's out of anyone's control. However, all that
What are
makeup
you
you wearing,
talking about? Please stop talking.
who the fuck was that? Was that someone
I don't know. That
unimportant?
was yeah.
Oh, that
Someone
was a
sent like a
question.
voice.
Yeah,
Yeah, they was asked.
I'm not gonna lie.
They was
Should we even
asking what are we
respond?
talking.
No, we can respond.
No, no. Oh, that's a cool feature though. I didn't even know that's a
Yeah,
thing.
it,
But
no,
that sound like a 10-year-old.
for real. A 10-year-old Indian kid.
Yeah. So I didn't even know you could hear that one. So that was amazing. But yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I know there. I can't say there aren't women who are great at sex. There are
Yeah.
like probably like a handful. I can count on my
Yo.
hand that I can say like, oh, this one can ride. Like that's a
Mhm.
rider. That's like one.
Uh,
Like who can do it? And it's like, but after they only said who really can keep up with it are younger girls or
mhm.
fit girls. But it's like on average, your knees gonna give out.
Well, I think that's just physics. If we being real,
Yeah, that's true.
I think
That's
yeah.
true.
But at the same
But
time, it's the same. Okay, but understand where I'm coming from though. Like,
mm,
but women will come from a point to where it's just like, all right, they want you to to be something different, which is essentially like you saying you're gonna rewrite your own genetic code. But when you say some shit like, "Hey, baby, you think you might want to lose some weight?" Yeah, it's like, "Oh my God, I'm beautiful the way I am." Well, I hope you
okay.
find someone that thinks you're beautiful the way you are.
You
I,
know,
however,
whereas I'm out here, I'm gonna go do some
yeah,
push-ups, some squats,
yeah,
and
exactly.
this muscle definition that you like.
Yeah,
I had to work for
I'm a
this.
build on that. Bam. But here's the thing: as a man, that's what we're supposed to do. Well, that's what we're taught. We're supposed to do. Like, if you're not
No,
getting in
you know
shape
why?
for the one you love, that makes no sense.
No, that's not. See, it's not even about relationships. It's not even about what a man's supposed to do in general. It's what people's supposed to do. Because if you look at women in the '80s and even the early '90s, because coming into the late '90s, that's when like women started putting on weight, and we start seeing more thick, solid women on
Mm.
average. But if you look at like early '90s, the '80s, the '70s, all black women were skinny. That's why we used to have shows where having a fat person was rare. That's why we had the show Hairspray come out when it came out because big people were
Mm.
starting to make more of an impact and they wanted to be included. So we had to make shows that be like, oh, we can make shows now. And that's the only reason why Big Mama's House was even as popular as it was before. Because big people weren't a common thing in shows. That's why Fat Albert was such a big show because it was a show where everyone around those times used to be skinny. So you have a fat, entertaining person as the main centerfold as a show because they're a unique individual. Now, being fat is the norm. Being fit is like an extra thing now. Like things get
Dog.
reversed.
Dog, my whole thing is just like but here's the thing, I have been fat, so I don't give a fuck what anyone says. Can't tell me nothing.
Yeah, but you work that shit off. You know?
Yeah.
Some people don't want to work it off. People want to get surgery and get liposuction, and they only trying to lose 10 pounds, but they doing liposuction for 10 pounds. Like really? Like
Yep.
there are people weighing 400 plus pounds, dog. They ain't even like some of them actually working out and actually, you know, doing the work they need to do. But you only weigh 180 and you want to lose 20 pounds, but you got to get liposuction because your ass too lazy. That don't make no sense. You're gonna get these ugly scars for 20 pounds, dog. You could literally probably not eat. You could probably like cut down your meals or something for like a month and you lose that or something, dude. That don't even play. People be fucking with their body.
Yeah.
Okay, we need to do. I'm gonna write that down. We gotta do a topic about fitness.
Yeah.
That's the next one.
Okay, so whoever sent the question was someone named Dragon21.
Yeah, they done gone.
Yeah.
Amazingly, we actually had about 7 listeners,
Yeah.
which is amazing. That's actually pretty cool. And we had someone that came back. The Soul X Plants person.
Yep. Here's the thing. It seems like, we gotta build this brand, boy.
Yes. I even named it CBA Killing Boredom.
I know. Because it's just like, here's the thing. That might be a good thing as well because a lot of people might be typing in CBD. And it's just like, is this like CBD? No, but it's loud.
Yeah, that makes sense. I actually started talking to this kickboxer. She's a fitness trainer and health coach. So I want to get back in the fighting physical condition. So I told her, hey, like, you can help me with some kickboxing stuff. Since you do fitness, I can help you with massage. And officially, I was like, wait, when she told me like that's what she does, I was like, oh, you're actually useful. We can approve this relationship right now. You have a resource that I can acquire, and I will use that. So lately, a lot I've been thinking about is how to be a resource, because I have all these skills, and I can put them to use to people. Yeah, because I've been thinking like, dude, networking is so important, and there's so much that people don't realize. Like, hey, if you have a good network, you don't always need money.
Exactly.
Having a good network actually leads you to actually having good money.
Yep.
So it's just like
I'm trying to promote certain. That's been my goal.
Yeah. Yeah, you always had the network ability. I feel like the worst type of people are the people that don't know people. Like, if you could go to someone and be like, if you're the person that someone could go to and be like, hey, you know anyone who can do this? You're automatically useful. You're automatically useful. If you're that type of person, that's the person I trying to be. I trying to be that person. Like, if I can't do it personally, guess what? I know someone that can.
Yeah.
Oh, the stupid dog. So that's mainly my goal.
Yeah.
Just to be that level of useful. So even in the end, because then when you refer people like that, you make yourself like a beacon. Like, you help me out, you give me like a client or customer, I'm gonna help you out with something. Dude, look how I even have someone doing my branding for my massage. for free,
Yep.
just because I have a
It's real.
skill that they actually would want to use.
Yep. That's just how it is, dog.
Yeah, so just like,
Just
dude,
how it is.
you have to be useful. Like, you have to acquire skill. You have to be useful,
Yep.
dude.
That's all it is, dog.
You got to keep reading books. If you want reading books, read articles. If you want reading articles, listen to documentaries. If you want watching documentaries, you watch video essays. But always be trying to learn something related to what you want and also what you want to do in the future. Even if you just get like a little, like if you just read a paragraph today about the meaning of something, and that opened the world
Yeah.
of your thoughts of maybe I could about it this way or that way. You know, that's how you start. That's how you lay the tracks for your trainer.
Hmm.
Just by reading a little piece.
I'm sorry. I'm paying attention and I'm letting you know this right now, but I've just been in the mirror thinking to myself like, do I want a six pack? I'm thinking yes.
I thought you already had one. I thought you already had one. Why
No,
you
like
why you
no,
let yourself go a little bit?
no. I still have it, but it's just like, can I get this more defined? Yes, I can. Hmm.
Uh, I kind of like my dad's six pack, where it's like you see it, but it ain't like
Yeah,
you don't
but it's
try a
just like
guy
it ain't
on
like all the way out there.
yeah you don't trying to be the other guy on Cover Magazine being like holding his shirt up with one arm like
No, 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 no.
like you know I
But
can
for
keep
me,
my
it's just like
dad
I'm
going.
thinking like for me, I'm thinking just like I just might want to because it's like lean out a little bit. Like I want to like
Mhm.
be more muscle than anything, as opposed to like being muscular. No, but I just
Yeah,
want it to be like
I don't know.
yeah, you know, yeah.
I almost
Because
want to look how
like
I
he's
looked when we was doing MMA.
mm, for me, I
That's
don't
where
know. Like I just probably want like I probably just want to define my chest a bit more and then maybe just like slim out a little bit. But I want them like I just want
Mhm.
hard muscle. You know what I mean? Like I don't want like
Right.
I got good muscle, but I want that like okay, like he seemed like he been through some shit muscle.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you
Yeah.
mean. Dude, I actually mentally preparing myself to get back into my workout routine again. Just like you know, you
I think
have to
that's a good
prepare
one.
yourself.
Of
Huh?
course, of course.
Like every day, I'm like, you're gonna work out. You gotta start working out. It could be the day when I really like, okay, fuck it, get up, do them push-ups right now,
Yep.
dude. I'm gonna head out because this
Yeah.
little one, she's
Mm.
getting to them bored levels because she has seen me been talking for an hour and she wants to join. So I have to give her some
I
attention.
I know.
So
They say
definitely we could probably set up for like later in the week, maybe like Thursday.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we could do something. But later, bro.
Later, man.
All right.